Hi everyone, welcome to the continent of Africa. This is a brief explanation of the following items on each of the countries measured on this channel: the geography, the culture, the languages, climate, tourism, some of the emblematic places of interest, and the diversity of the ethnic groups living in harmony in one country. I wish you will broaden your knowledge by listening to the video. I believe that joining effort will make it possible to improve the cross-cultural understanding and global awareness among the nations in order to develop perception and inclusion of the strange. I thank you so much for your time and interest. Welcome to Namibia in African continent. Here goes the geography. Namibia, officially the Republic of Namibia, formerly German Southwest Africa and later Southwest Africa, is a country in Southern Africa. It is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and it shares land border with Zambia and Angola to the north, Botswana to the east, and South Africa to the south and east. It gained independence from South Africa on 21st March 1990. Its capital and largest city is Windhoek. It covers an area of 825,418 square kilometers, with a population of about 2,055,080 inhabitants. Namibia is located in a desert area dominated by the Namib Desert, which gives its name to the country, except the north, which is a dry, barren place with little rainfall. Namibia is divided into 14 regions after the division of the Kavango region, and the regions were subdivided into 121 constituencies. However, I have selected in random the ethnic groups with higher population and the languages widely spoken among the nation. Namibia has many different ethnic groups. The largest group is the Ovambo, who have controlled the country politically since independence. Other groups are Herero, Himba, San, Nama, and Bastas, which make up 80% of the population. It is estimated that the total white population is about 10%. The mestizos and mulattoes make up 8%. Also, it is estimated that migrants make up about 2%. The common understanding of coexistence and the small number of conflicts characterize the relations among the various ethnic groups in Namibia. Languages. Half of Namibians have Ovambo as their mother tongue, while the most widely spoken and understood languages are Afrikaans and German as official, until the independence of Namibia in 1990, and still recognize it today. Among young generations, the language most widely understood is English. Both Afrikaans and German are used in the public circle as secondary language, although there are small groups throughout the country that speak both as their main languages. Portuguese is spoken only among people of Angolan origin. Kokogoab is a national language in Namibia. In Namibia and South Africa, the radio broadcasts, among others, in this language. In Namibia, the Kokogoab is one of the languages of instruction from primary to university. Finally, it might be of interest to know some of the emblematic places for cultural and tourism purposes. Namibian culture is the product of the contribution of the various ethnic groups of the peoples who settled in their territory and the contribution of European immigrants who settled in the country since the 18th century. The natural habitat has had a clear influence on the consolidation of the local culture. It is strongly marked by the Kalahari Desert that covers much of eastern Namibia, as well as the Namib Desert, a strip that extends along almost the entire coast of the Atlantic Ocean. The climate. The arid climate and desert climate is an expression used to describe the climate of a region of the world where annual rainfall is less studied and climate model is characterized by low rainfall. This is due to various causes, including the provision of relief or presence of cold sea currents that prevent or limit the evaporation and therefore moisture, and give rise to coastal deserts. The desert environmental is located in close proximity to the tropics of each hemisphere, between 15 and approximately 35 degrees latitude. Hot deserts are commonly found in subtropical regions. In these areas, the days are clear throughout the year, and there are downdrafts of air stable and permanent anticyclones. Cold deserts can have warm days and dry summers, but will never be as warm as the hot desert supporting summers. It is characterized by having exceptionally cold seasons with dry winters. The cold deserts are usually at higher altitudes and are generally drier than warm in the desert. Annual rainfall is minimal and all months are dry. Usually, they fall into violent downpours and the waters disappear soon by evaporation or seepage in the basement. Tourism. Namibia is a popular ecotourism destination by different climates and landscapes as the Great Eastern Desert and Plains. The most visited regions are the Sosule, Etosha National Park, and the activity of the coastal areas of Swakopmund and Walvis Bay. Tourism has grown in some coasts. Rather than oases, it is related to the peculiarities of the landscape and the desire to know different cultures and customs. In recent years, tourism has become more important given the country's natural beauty and interesting native wildlife. African tradition, but in a different commonly associated with African savanna environment. The cost of living. The cost of living in Namibia is relatively high because most of the goods, including cereals, need to be imported. Its capital city is an expensive place in the world for expatriates to live.